All right, we are at our 11th week of our barrel aging whiskey, port, and rum and shine project. We've been aging these since March 13th, 2021, and you can see that because we engraved it on each of these barrels. These are 6 barrels. You know, we started off in Fairfax, Virginia. We then transported them to Arlington, Virginia, and now they're down here in Huddleston, Virginia. So we are coming to you tonight from our 77th day with these aged barrels, and we're going to taste each one of these. We have not done anything other than get them out from underneath Elvis's desk, and we put them out. We took the plugs out of each one so they're easier to drain. We have a glass for Donna, the better taster.
Wait.
And we have a glass for me, yes.
Yes. I mean, you did kind of tell them about Elvis's desk, but you didn't give any explanation. Don't you want
This is Elvis Presley's desk from his Graceland West Palm Springs estate that he had with Priscilla in 1970. He actually bought that from Ray Kroc, the not founder of McDonald's, but the man who really made McDonald's what it is today. And of course, Elvis bought that estate and made it his Graceland West. It was where he had his comeback, and his TV comeback, and then wore the white jumpsuits in the 70s, got divorced from Priscilla during that time and still lived in the house. And this was his desk. So we have been aging these under Elvis's desk. Probably the first and only time you'll ever see any whiskey that's been aged under Elvis's desk.
That's right.
Okay, thank you for reminding me of that. Now, what I was going to say is your palate is better than mine.
Yes.
So when you taste, you have a way of capturing the flavors and the aroma better than I do. So I'll take my cues from you. All right. Do you want to start? We'll start from here and go to the right, just for giggles.
Okay. Tell me what the first one is.
So the first one is White Dog Wheat. We've been through this before, but this is how bourbon starts. It starts as a clear, looks like vodka. It's a clear product called White Dog. It's like moonshine, and if it's more than 51% corn, then it can be called bourbon as long as it's made in the United States. It has to be then aged in a charred American oak barrel, which this is. So we are essentially making our own bourbon. Now this is a wheat mash, so it's corn, wheat, and barley recipe, and it's 57% alcohol by volume. So typically a bourbon maker would then mix this, cut this with water before bottling it and selling it to you, the consumer. All right, let's take, we'll have your glass first. You can do the honors. And this is coming out. Now it started off as very clear. And now what's the color? Look at that. It looks golden, caramelly.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, so it doesn't, I wouldn't say it's dark, but it's definitely not clear for any. It looks a little bit like honey.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It smells good too.
Right. So this is being aged in a 1 liter barrel, and so I think this is. Oh, it's leaking a little. This thing is aging about 6 times faster than a 53-gallon barrel that you find in a rick house.
It smells beautiful. It doesn't smell very strong. So you can tell.
I think it's going to taste strong.
Is it? Okay.
I think so.
It smells beautiful.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that is strong.
Yeah, it tastes a lot stronger than it smells.
Yeah, that's.
But it does have a good flavor.
It does.
I think. Am I right about that?
It has a little bit of a butterscotch flavor too.
Yeah, it's just it tastes like bourbon.
It tastes good.
It just tastes very strong, high alcohol. Now remember, it's 57% alcohol. What you would typically have in a bourbon or American whiskey is something like 40% to maybe 46 or up to 50.
But it's flavorful.
Yeah, it's flavorful. It's good flavor. Like, I mean, if you went to a bar and ordered this and got this, you'd say, wow, this is certainly high proof, but I'm not sending this back to the bartender.
No, and you can see the different dimensions too.
Yeah, this is great. Wow, we did good, because this is a lot better than the first couple times we've tasted it, right?
And it's much darker.
Yeah, I would drink this.
Yeah.
I want to give it a little more of a chance. But, you know, the angel, you know what they call the angel share? That's what the angels take by way of evaporation, because as something ages, you're going to just lose a certain amount of the liquid through evaporation, through the porousness of the barrel, and we're drinking some. So who knows how much is actually going to be left when we crack this open in July or August or September when we try to enjoy it. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's a good experiment.
It's
This is
actually
working
really
pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
I don't want to
how
let
much
this go to
longer-
waste.
No, I don't either.
Okay,
It's
I'm gonna
actually
guzzle.
pretty good. How many more weeks do you think we're going to be aging that one for?
I would want to wait. I mean, ideally another 6 weeks, but I don't know if we have enough. No, you have to finish it. We can't waste it.
Okay, it's very strong for me, but I'll go ahead.
All right. Meanwhile, it is strong. Once the second swig isn't as bad as the first.
No, but I like the fact that it has dimensions. And
It
you
has
can
good
taste
flavor. It's very good. Like you could
Yeah.
sell this. It's fine. It's more than
really
fine.
good.
It's got a lot of depth. So the difference between I think our last one was at we're at 11 weeks now. We were at the 7-week mark before. That difference is a lot of difference. From 7 weeks to 11 weeks, this really matured. So thumbs up.
Thumbs
Sorry,
up
we're
for
taking a
sure.
long time, so we have 5 more barrels to go. I won't pour as much.
Yeah, don't pour as much for me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Very tasty, I have to admit.
That was good. I would drink that.
Really good.
Okay, now this is cider. All we did is took apple cider and put it in here. Now this tasted horrible
Last time.
and I did add a little moonshine to it so that it wouldn't go bad, because if you put a little alcohol in there, then at least the bacteria won't form. But it did taste like the bacteria had formed. This is the worst thing that we have.
Yeah.
Now let's see how bad it still
A little
is.
bit. That's good.
Okay, this may still be pretty bad. It may be vinegar.
It doesn't look that great.
No, it looks like vinegar, doesn't it? Or yeah, if you could look at it, it looks kind of cloudy white.
I don't think the color changed that much. That's what apple cider
It was
looks like.
not so white though. Why is it so white?
I don't know.
Not hopeful.
No. Oh, that's
It's
awful.
It's just watery.
That has to go away.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
It's
watery nothingness.
Yeah.
So far, aging cider in a barrel, at least the way we did it, not great. Not a great idea. Now, the one thing that might come out of this, though, is that this barrel is now seasoned with apple cider, and we could age future White Dog in it, and it would have a cider finish to it. So you could have bourbon with an apple cider finish, and that might actually be delicious. So we're not going to write this experiment off entirely, but the liquid in here is not drinkable.
No.
Okay. Can I have some water? Or do
Yeah,
you?
for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. The next thing we're going to do is our port. And what we did is we aged just some port, which had already been, aged a bit.
And port
This
is
is
delicious.
this. Yeah. And it's delicious. And we put it in a barrel. All right. So let's, ladies first. Here's the port coming out. Another great reason to do port is for the same reason I just discussed with the cider. The barrel itself can become seasoned with port, and so now we can use it to age bourbon or something else, and it will be port finished, whatever it is. All right.
It looks beautiful.
Looks beautiful, and
Here.
I'm not sure it's going to taste any different than it would have out of the bottle, but let's see. Oh, it's
Delicious.
delicious. This
Now
is just
that one I
fantastic.
wouldn't have mind a little bit more.
Yeah,
This one
I
is
know. Sorry,
delicious.
I was too stingy with this.
No, it's good.
This
It's
is
really
great.
good. It's delicious.
So 1 and 3 so far are really like we
Very
could
good.
drink these tonight. We could just easily just drink these, right?
But we're gonna keep waiting, right?
Yeah, we're gonna keep waiting, but this
we
is
could drink
fantastic.
This one's delicious.
Do you think this is better than the regular port just out of the bottle? Is the barrel making it better?
Yeah, for sure. It's so smooth, but then at the end you still get you get
Yeah.
that flavor in your mouth.
That is great. This is
Delicious.
great. So the port that if you do want to recommend, it's Quaddy's.
So good.
They call it Starbird, which is obviously a play on port, and it's from California. I think it's fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's great.
It's very smooth.
But it's really good out of the bottle. So, okay, we're going to go on to our bigger 3-liter casks now, and what we have here are corn shine, and
This is the one we're tasting next.
this is not one of our favorites. But what I thought it would be, and it turns out for the last 2 tastings, this has not been good. What's in here? It's 1/4 of this, which is called Mellow Corn. And this stuff is Kentucky straight corn whiskey. So it's not aged, I don't believe, but it's bottled by Heaven Hill, which is a well-known distillery, and it's 50% alcohol. And I thought this would be really cool to age, but it hasn't turned out that way. We also combined it with just regular corn moonshine, clear corn moonshine, which was from Belle Isle. I don't think it's from Belle Isle in Michigan, but it's called Belle Isle corn shine. Anyway, I don't have a bottle for that. So we mixed those 2 together. They were both clear, almost clear spirits, and here we go. So this is being aged as well. This is
Yes,
my water.
water. Yeah. Make sure you clear your palate.
Amuse bouche. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Ladies first. All right, here we go. I'll try to give you this. We don't love this unless it has changed.
Oh, look at the color.
It might have changed a lot. Well, the mellow corn is a little yellow to begin with, so.
You can smell the staleness of it.
Yeah, and by the way, this mellow corn is interesting. It's very one-dimensional. If you do buy this and just drink it straight, which people do, it's not like bourbon, where bourbon has a lot of depth and dimension. You drink it and it's just flat. It's not bad, it's just flat and uninteresting.
Well, what cocktails can you make out of this?
I don't know.
Okay.
How did I use this before?
I don't
can't
know.
remember. I
That's
was
what I was
really
asking
pumped
you.
up about this product, and then I ended up not
you
loving
can
it.
tell it's very one-dimensional. You don't
Yeah.
smell anything.
It's just plain corn whiskey. It just tastes like corn.
Let's see.
It's not as bad as it was.
No, you can definitely taste the corn coming out of it
Yeah.
much more.
Do you taste the corn?
But it's still very one-dimensional. It has no kick at the end, and it's very flat.
No finish. It
No.
just sits on your tongue and ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really tell a story. It makes me appreciate this stuff a lot.
No,
This stuff
yeah.
really is very,
Very tasty. Lots of different
Yeah.
flavors going on in here.
Yeah.
A lot of butterscotch. This one has just corn flavor.
yeah, but it's not as bad as it was.
No.
I tell you, aging is making it better. This has been 4 weeks since we last tasted it, and that 4 weeks has really changed it into a tolerable. It was not tolerable before.
No,
I didn't
no.
think.
But it's so flat. It's just, there's nothing to it. There's no body to this.
Right,
So,
right.
it's okay. I'm going to dump it in.
All right, last 2 we're going to do here are the peach moonshine, and then we got some rum that we did. So,
Moonshine.
yeah, this was after many tastings of peach moonshine. I have decided that our favorite is this. Well,
Yeah.
and we have decided that our favorite is this. There's a lot of moonshine out there that goes down pretty rough. This Sugarland Shine, I'm hoping you're seeing it, is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I
Highly recommend it.
yeah, it's good. It's from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and it's peachy and it's smooth and delicious.
Yeah.
So,
Ladies first.
okay, yes, here we go.
Okay.
All right, peach moonshine, and we're aging it just to see what it's like.
Look at the color.
Yeah, because normally it's clear.
It's very clear.
It is totally clear. It looks like water.
Not as dark as the first one, but
I have to have some water.
sure.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Okay. So peach moonshine aged in the whiskey cask, or in the cask, and the idea again is we're probably going to get some really cool moonshine out of it, but now we have a barrel that's been seasoned with peach moonshine. How great could that be for future aging of bourbon?
That's right. I'm going to wait for you to get yours.
Okay, here we go. Peach moonshine. Going down the hatch.
Okay.
Hey, you're right. It's got a
Smell it
good
first.
color.
Oh, you can smell the peach. Beautiful.
Yeah, they really want to hear your opinion because
Mine?
you have much better. Yeah, give more description of this.
It has a lot of peach, still one-dimensional, I smell. Let's see. I feel like it's still peach moonshine.
Yeah.
I don't taste any oak. I would think I would get more oak out of these barrels.
You're getting no oak.
No, are you? I'm not
Well,
tasting the oak.
You're telling me I'm not getting it, so I'll believe you, yes. I did
don't taste
get a lot of oak out of this.
This one
for
has
some reason.
much more depth to
Do
it.
you think it's just because this spirit just absorbs the oak better? Because I can't believe that this barrel would be somehow more oaky.
You know what? This one has probably high sugar contents. I wonder
Oh.
if that's what the reason is why
Good
it's
point.
not. I don't.
The
I
sugar
don't-
might be kind of like a defense against the oak.
Yeah, I don't
Infusion.
smell any oak. I even smell oak in the port, but not as much as I did with this one.
Yeah, sugar.
Well,
Well,
but
it
it's
still
good.
tastes good.
It tastes good, but
It,
I don't.
it doesn't taste worse than just raw shine. I think it might taste a
No,
little better.
still
but-
one-dimensional. I would have thought that the oak would have brought more dimensions to the drink. And it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's just mostly the peach is really dominating. It's really a peach and alcohol
And
flavor.
sugar.
Sugar. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, very sweet drink. No, it's okay. It's still good, but no depth.
Okay.
Okay.
Still good, but no depth. Kind of like a.
No oak. I want some oak in there. I'm actually surprised it didn't absorb more. No, to be honest with you, I really thought it would have more of a flavor.
Well, the color is changing. It is getting a color.
Yeah, I know.
All right, this is our last one, and this is rum.
I love
We took Polar Blonde rum, which is one of our favorites anyway. And this is more like a really pale honey color normally. It's almost clear, but it's like a ginger ale, maybe like a light ginger ale.
light ginger ale. Yeah.
And it's very, what's the flavor of the Polar that I love?
Very
Caramel,
light.
it's like
Caramel.
butterscotch.
Yeah, it's just very smooth, very thick to the tongue,
Yeah,
smooth caramel taste.
yes, Papa's Polar. And
But
so
it's
we
not
decided,
as sweet as you think it is.
no, that's right, it's not sweet.
It's not sweet.
But we decided we would age this in a barrel just to see what happened, because again, how great would it be to have a rum flavored cask now?
Yeah.
And now we've got aged rum. So let's see what the color is, and let's see
Okay,
how it tastes.
let's see.
I think we liked this before in the prior tastings, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you?
So out of all of them, which one is in your top
Oh,
first
for
one?
sure, this White Dog
Yeah.
wheat is
I was gonna say
vaulted
that
to the
too.
top. It's
The top.
fantastic. Now the port is really super
Number
great.
two. This is last, of course. Before
Yeah, the cider is terrible. This
No, that's
corn shine, mellow corn is not great. The peach
Yeah.
shine is fine. It's just,
no
it's-
depth.
yeah. Okay, and now we're gonna taste this.
We'll see. Did we like the Polar last time?
Oh,
Oops.
jeez. I guess my shirt caught on the cider. It's a good one to catch on though. We spilled a little cider. Who cares?
That can be dumped. No.
Okay,
But
this-
did we like this one before? I can't remember.
I think we liked it.
Okay, let's
You'll
look
have
at
to
the
tune
color.
into our channel, our prior tasting. Yeah, it's
It has color.
definitely darker
Let's smell.
than. Tell the
I
viewers what you're.
I do smell a little bit of oak in this one.
It definitely has that Polar taste, that sweet taste, but I taste the oak.
Yeah, I taste the oak in
Am I
this
right
one
about
too.
that?
Yep. Definitely
Yes.
taste the oak.
The
in
oak
this
is
one.
coming through.
Yeah.
It's like oaky Polar.
It's
What's
oaky.
funny is it doesn't taste like dark Polar, because there is a dark Polar,
Yeah.
and it doesn't taste like that. It tastes like the light Polar with oak added to it.
I do taste some of the caramel going away. It's not as smooth because it has more flavor from the oak. Do you taste that little bit of a bite?
Yes.
For sure.
What is the bite? What are you saying the bite is from?
From the oak, the barrel.
Okay.
Normally, Polar is very smooth. You can just drink it. It's very smooth when you drink it. I don't find it to be very strong, but.
Yeah, it tastes half rum and half bourbon. I think that's what we
It's
said
good.
before, though.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
It's
so
not
what
bad.
are your numbers? Your top.
I
ones?
have to say this one's number one
Yeah,
for sure. White Dog.
our bourbon experiment is working. So we're gonna when we do this again,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get like a 3 liter or maybe even a 5 liter and do a full bourbon with White Dog, because that you can make your own bourbon with this now. I mean
Correct.
this is truly awesome.
It's
The
incredible.
only thing you need to do now is take it out of this and literally do what they do with Jack Daniels and Woodford Reserve. and they put water in it. I mean, they take it down from 57 proof down to 40 or 46 by adding some water, and that's what we would do to this, and this would be a dynamite bourbon.
I think that has aged very well in the barrel compared to all of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right. The barrel has done this, which makes sense. I mean, really, we could have just aged a crap load of this, and we would have been happy.
You know what we should do is take this one and age it in the port.
Yes, right. That's what I want to do. I want to take all these barrels now that have been seasoned with all these great other liquids and use them to age bourbon. So you could have port finished bourbon, cider finished bourbon, rum finished bourbon, right? Peach shine finished bourbon. Have them all. It's great. Yeah, this stuff is great. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, cheers.
All right, thanks for tuning in. We will check in with you later this summer on where we ended up with all of these things. But you know what? Go to barrelsonline.com if you want to. They're not paying us as a sponsor, by the way.
No.
But that's where we got our barrels. And do it yourself. It's a pretty cool hobby, and it's kind of fun, especially if you can age it under a celebrity's desk. See you later.
Bye.